In our last video, we learned about environmental variables and how to create the environmental variable on the cloud-based server. Today, we're going to cover how to get the environmental variable from the server and display it in a browser. Although in an actual application, you would not display in the browser, it's just a way for us to confirm that we can get the environmental variable at this stage. In order to do this, we're going to have to build a Python web app with a front end and back end to read the environmental variable from the server. There is no authentication at this stage, and there's no allow deny UI access. It's going to go straight over to the browser. I'm going to use a open source Python framework for both the front end and the back end called Shiny. I have UV installed. And I've done UV add Shiny. With Shiny installed, I have a new file here. The previous video dealt with this main.py, import os, and maybe I will just grab this for now. Do copy, and I will paste it in here. We don't need the, okay, let's make sure that we have the app secret set on our local environment. So I'm using app secret with a $sign. Use the keyword export, name of the variable that I want to set. I'm going to close it in quotes, and I'm going to put change me soon secret. Okay, we can test on a command line with a $sign in front of the variable. And we now have it set here. We can also do a quick test of this using a Python F string. And if we run it, I've now called app.py, we have it here. So we can now get it into our local. I'm going to delete the main.py. I'm going to import Shiny. We'll go from Shiny, import app UI initially. We'll set up a variable, which will, so this UI is from Shiny. Set up a page. And we'll pass it a string login. Then we'll create a server, which requires an input, output, and a session, which is going to be passed over from this framework called Shiny, which we instantiated. Initially, we'll go pass. We'll go down to the bottom. This app is from Shiny. Requires the app UI server. We'll collapse that. And there's this play button. We're going to attempt to run the Shiny application. And it's working. So we'll put a comma here on the right-hand pane. And we will drop the app secret in here. From there, we have the secret is coming up. So if you have any problems, I started Shiny from the command line. So I'm doing Shiny run --reload app.py, enter. And this step might not be necessary, but it appears now like this. Okay, we have it working, but I'm going to put it down here to prepare for the future. And we can return the elements here. I'll wrap it in a div. And we'll use a few decorators here. Put output render .ui, and we'll go up to the shiny line 2, and we'll also import the render package. Then this section, the UI section, we can now use the output UI and name the function, which is login screen. We'll just make it an F string so that we can make sure the change took effect. And everything appears to be working. So data input. There's a password. And the ID will be password box, and the label will be password. It's a comma. Now we have a password box. And then we want an action button. Input action button. So the ID will be submit button, and the label will be login. We need a comma. Now we have our login button. Okay. And we'll put a little note. Login not enabled yet. Okay, we'll cover that in the next video. Do Control C down here. We'll close this. And in my extensions, I have Posit Publisher. So I'm going to create a new deployment. Entry point is app.py. And we'll use that. Posit Cloud. And it needs a requirement.txt. So I'll do UV export format requirements.txt. Output will be requirements.txt. And oh, wait, maybe I should do --, no hashes. And I have my requirements.txt now. I think this is all I need. So I'm going to push it up. Okay, deploy was successful. All right, we've just uploaded our application onto the free tier, Posit Cloud Connect. There's no secrets set, so I'm going to click on the home. And now the one that we're working on here, I'm going to go to settings after I clicked on the three dots. And on this settings issue column, there's a variables. So we're going to add a variable. Call it app secret. And I'll just call it secret for now. Since this is a tutorial, we're going to have to republish the application for the changes to take effect. Okay, and now we can see that the application is correctly reading in the variable from the server environmental variable, and we can now see it. In the next video, we'll get this password working and do the check. I'm using this free course as a way to organize the code, and it's in chapter 14, security. This is the 03 download code, get environmental variables from server. And there's the architectural diagram of where we are. There's some screenshots of how to get the settings. And if you scroll down, the code is right here. If you have a moment, check out this free course for data science and machine learning engineers with Python. So we're trying to give you an edge when you go into the job interview or applying for internships to make yourself look a little bit more differentiated from the typical data scientist, that you'll learn a bit about the infrastructure that the machine learning pipeline is based on. So there's no credit card needed. Just go here, industry-python.thinkific.com and sign up.